What's going on, y'all? Welcome to PYNK N Sip, the cultured and very millennial twist on your average talk show. I'm your host, Christina, and on this show, we will discuss many things ranging from politics to pop culture. We got you covered. We will be sipping on something special every episode, and you guys will gain access to our recipes after the show. Now that you know a little bit about what we have going on, I want you guys to say hello to our pink mates. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? What y'all sipping on?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Kyrie, North raised, so I'm unfazed. I'm giving y'all everything real and raw as I see fit, but I'm also keep things light. I feel as the funniest person on the show, it's my duty to make sure everybody keep laughing, but when the conversation turns serious, obviously I want y'all to tap in and feel me.
Some call me Bo, some call me Raya, but those who know me best call me Mia Mariah. I'm a church girl with a spicy mouth. I'm here to be the next Black History fact.
Hey y'all, my name is Ebony, all the way from the boogie down Bronx, your favorite corner bodega, because I got everything and the munchies. I'm not what's poppin', I'm what's popular.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Brittany Fid, best known as Brittany Lemonade, originally a city girl, but recently became a Southern belle. I'm here to give a little bit of attitude with a little bit of sass, sprinkled with a little bit of class. I'm badass mom, I'm an entrepreneur, and an all-around boss. I'm fashionable, I'm cute, and I'm here to have a good time, period.
This the one and only Mina, aka Big Sexy, coming all the way from North Hooterville to be exact, with good vibrations and a pretty smile. Holla at me.
What's up, y'all? Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the M, the U, the N, R. It's your favorite unproblematic Virgo besides Beyonce, Moo, aka Dirty Moo, when I'm feeling a little nasty. Remember, I don't ask for permission, I ask for forgiveness. Sincerely, Rebel Poppy.
Period.
Buckshot. I got the good old hen dog with the cranberry ginger ale. You feel me?
And you know, the Henny Poppy kind of cheated a little bit. We ain't do no Henny today. We did a little Tito's with a little berry punch and a cherry ice pop.
No, I got a little Tito's and orange juice, you feel me? Something like.
So I have a peach white Zinfandel cocktail.
So I'm sipping on some coconut water with cucumbers and some mezcal for the little taste with some brown sugar.
Ethiopian dark roast.
Wow, Ethiopian.
Our first segment of the day is our sweet and sour moment. So pretty much in this segment, we're going to determine whether or not things that's happening in the internet or in the world is rather sweet or sour. After the first presidential debate where Trump publicly mocked Biden for wearing a mask, Trump was diagnosed with COVID-19, but miraculously was cured, or as he says, he was immune. What was it, like 3 days later?
Right, joke.
What is going on with that, y'all? Like, Trump is like, what, 95 and a half?
Something's wrong with him.
95 and a half?
Yo,
He survived.
96. Give him 96.
there's something really wrong with him.
Right.
Just like from the top to the bottom, there's something like it's just not coming together. It don't make no sense. And I don't understand how his supporters don't see how it don't make no sense. Like,
No, they see. They don't care. They see. They just don't care.
it takes 2 weeks to get that out your system. And like, I was watching CNN the other day and they all lined up in front of the White House. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Like, do you not know that the Rose Garden meeting, like that was a COVID hotspot? Like 9 people who were there got COVID now, including Governor Chris Christie. Like, let's be honest. Y'all
Clearly.
like, cut it out.
It'll be another quarantine.
Definitely.
Yeah, clearly
It's
there's a...
strategic.
Yeah,
clearly
Dylan is going to be another one. It's going to be another wave.
Right, I guarantee no matter who wins the election, honestly.
What about another quarantine? It's gonna be one before that. It's gonna be one before that. They about to do that within the next like 2 weeks. Like, these white folks are losing their mind. Like, even at my job, they never have on no mask. They want to touch everything. You know what I mean? Just, like I said, they believe him because they don't even probably believe that he has it. Or if he can beat it, then they can beat it. It's a mind thing. It's a mental thing.
It really is.
You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
it ain't even it has no real facts, what was that? What's the word I'm looking for? When you have a foundation like that. There's no foundation. It's nothing that they can stand on. You know what I mean? It's just super duper wobbly. They all over the place. They just like, he's the leader and we're going to listen to him because it's just supposed to be that way. You know what I mean? It's nothing really behind that. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad, really.
Yeah, so clearly clearly there must be a 2-day cure or a 3-day cure that's out there that nobody has heard about. You feel me? So
only Trump got it.
Right, and on top of that, for him to be acting the way he acted, you know, after watching the vice president debate, hearing Kamala Harris say that 210,000 people have died, and then after hearing that, I'm sure he knows that. You still feel like it doesn't make a difference for you to wear a mask. I mean, come on, man.
You don't care.
It's truly a joke, and like I said, it got to be a psychological issue right there. But again, this is a man that, you know, hundreds of thousands of people voted for at the end of the day. So
he's just not credible. Like, nothing about him is credible. Like, he never states the sources of where he gets his information. Like, and even there was even a video that surfaced like a little while back where someone in his administration was saying like, oh yeah, we're not worrying about COVID. Like, we already have the vaccination. Like, there was a video that actually leaked about that. So either he did have COVID and he has a vaccination for it. Oh, he's just frauding because it's part of his strategy. Like, there's nothing about this man that is credible. Like, there's nothing about him that's credible. He has no requirements. He has met no requirements to actually be the president. Like, you came from an entertainment background. Like, you were in debt before you even became the president of the United States. Right. You're not credible. We don't believe you. You need more people.
He is.
No, he don't need. No. He doesn't need more people.
He's a hell of a businessman.
He does not need more people, man. He has enough dummies out here.
You don't.
Wilding out, doing crazy shit, thinking crazy things.
I will say he is hell of a businessman, though. I gotta give him a little bit of props for that.
Yeah. I honestly, at first when I heard it, I was like, "Watch he be fake? He's faking this because he don't want that next presidential debate to be that heat. Because that first one, he was looking crazy, and then he catched COVID. Then they're like, okay, let's put the debate online, like let's Zoom it. He like, no. It's like, bro, you just didn't want to do the debate because you knew he was going to drag you. So that's why you faked COVID.
And now it's canceled.
Ain't no way.
How you back out of a whole presidential debate? Like, you're currently the president and trying to keep being the president, and you're gonna back out of the debate.
I don't really think he want to be the president. I think this is all. I think he just doing this to set up his after presidency. Okay, his post presidency. That's gonna be way more important than anything he probably could do as a president. Watch, you won't hear nothing about that debt after he leave presidency. Like, I think it's a ploy at the end of the day. I think that once he leave presidency, you're gonna see he gonna have a lot of new friends. He's gonna have a lot of new relationships. He's gonna have a lot of new business. There's a lot of IOUs out in the world that people owe him. You feel me? So I don't think it's.
Get up out of there. Go about your business and go do whatever you're gonna do outside of that White House.
He's a cat. Oh, he always talking about these.
Have your businesses, have your connections, and
so he could be a criminal. He just can't be a criminal by being a president.
He was already a criminal.
So go criminal in peace.
Go ahead, Ernie.
He always just talking about.
You got Ernie.
Because he always talking about these goddamn polls. And when you would go check the polls on The Guardian on CNN, and I checked them on Thursday, Biden is leading the polls by 9% on The Guardian and by 11% on CNN, which means that it's about 10% average more than him. But he always talking about these polls and talking about the U.S. and all this mail stuff and it's rigged and make sure y'all go in person. I don't believe him. He's cat.
Like for me, how I'm viewing this is he set himself up because he know, like Kyrie said, when he get out that joint, he can either make mad money or he can go to jail for tax evasion.
He could call in all of those favors that people owe him for.
The IRS got the mafia the same way. They drag the mafia the same way. You do tax evasion, you go into jail. So I think that he knows that he has to get in the presidency again so that he don't get in jail. But the reality is he made this whole hysteria about who he is, and now all his supporters is going to his rallies, catching the Rona and dying, bro.
Y'all saying that he don't want to be president again, but why is he influencing people to double vote then?
Because he needs
to gotta save face.
He's trying to save his ass. He's trying to save his ass.
That's the thing. That's the thing with Trump. Trump is a very, how can I say, narcissistic, controlling individual who acts like a child. Biden made a strategic move by having a Black woman, which she is the first Black woman to be a VP, to run as VP. Then to go back to what you were saying, Ernie, about the Georgia voters double voting, he told them to double vote, and now they could possibly face felony charges. That man has to go. But moving on, we're going to get into a quick commercial, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, next up is the main squeeze. Now, today we are going to talk about none other than voting. So the 2020 presidential election is right around the corner. I hope that you guys have registered to vote. If you haven't already, please do. First off, how do you guys feel about voting? Do you think that your vote actually matters?
Heck no.
Why?
I think it depends on what you're voting for. Like, at the end of the day, this is a democracy, right? This is a free state, but we have electoral colleges. And if you don't know what that means, it's pretty much like the popular vote from that state. They take whoever wins that state and they appoint them a certain amount of votes. And then if a president gets over 120, then they win the election. So pretty much it's like you put your money in the pot, they take that count and they put it towards whoever is going to go for, right? But in some states, you're not able to, like, my popular vote may lose. So let's say, for instance, last election, Trump and Hillary won the popular vote. So all of us, when we all voted, Hillary won. But due to the electoral college, Trump got all of the votes. So Trump won, right? So me voting in the presidential election, to some people, it just seems like really dumb, because at the end of the day, my vote is not counting. Now, the local elections, right? You put your money in there, put your vote in there. I'm gonna get the judge that's gonna help my peoples. I'm gonna get the, city council, right? That's more for what I can get, but presidential, nah.
Well, it's the small votes that count, though. Like, those are the people who the president has to go to. Like, they have to go through all of those people. You need all of those people in line. Those are the votes that people don't vote for. Like, a lot of people just talk about, like, oh, my grandma said I gotta vote for the president, so I'm gonna go out there and vote for the president. But they never talk about all of the small elections, especially in like the small towns or the southern states where they vote all the way down to the sheriff. So I'm saying, like, those things matter, you know what I mean? Because when somebody got to vote for you, that means you hold a stature. That means you up there, you know what I mean? You the sheriff now, you know what I mean? People voted for that. So people are going to be looking into you to do certain things, and you need to be able to do that. Whereas the electoral votes for the president, I don't really understand that, but that still says that your vote counts. You know what I mean? They're taking those votes and putting it towards something because it counts. Regardless if that's not what you voted for, you know what I mean? They still took it and vote. So I do believe that voting matters. We fought for it. So it's no way that people from back in the day fought for something if they knew that it was going to be, if they knew it wasn't powerful. Voting is powerful. It's just we got people that is in positions that have too much power. You know what I mean? They shouldn't. Like, Donald Trump shouldn't have presidential power. He could be rich in a rich land all he need to be, but he cannot have presidential power, but he does. You know what I mean? Because mentally it can really get to your head and everybody really can't handle it. So voting does matter, man. Like, people fought, they died for that. Like, you know what I mean? So it got to be something that matters. But
that's how I feel about it too. To me, it's like our votes are not something that we originally had. Like, even though we have it now, like as millennials, like our ancestors, they didn't have this right. And for us to not exercise the right to vote, to me, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful. Like, they fought so hard for us to have this right. And now that we have it at our liberty, like, why not exercise the right to vote? Like, a lot of times our voices aren't heard, like as Black people, as young people, whatever type of person we are. A lot of times, period, like across the board, our voices are not heard. So when we have the opportunity to let our voices be heard in some which way, shape, or manner, why not exercise that? Especially when, like, we know our ancestors fought so hard. Like, this wasn't something that was done in a day. It wasn't something that was done in a month. It wasn't something that was done in a year. They fought hard for this. Like, and for us to have that ability to vote, to go to the poll openly, to go to an open poll with other white people are also going to as well, for us to be able to just go in there without like segregation and be able to vote, exercise that shit, vote. Like, they fought so hard for this, and it's just really should be, it's really a privilege. So we really should take advantage of that privilege and let our voice be heard and vote, period.
Preach, Moo. You better.
Right. Good job.
People be saying,
that's right.
Period.
Oh, things need to change. Things need to change. Change. But things can't change if you don't vote.
Right.
Us off with your community. If you want change, you have to change your community. That means vote for your mayors, vote for your governors, vote for your senates. Vote. Those are the people that's going to make the change. People always screaming, "Oh, the president ain't do nothing for me." That ain't trickle down to my hood or to my community or whatever. It didn't trickle down to your area because you don't have the right representation for your area.
Yeah.
So it's not
right.
So yeah, the president don't do things hand out to us. Oh, here, this is for your community. This is for you. This is for you. No, they put the bylaws and everything in place so our governors, our senates, and mayors and things can do what we need to do. So if you got a problem with how your city is being ran and all that stuff, then you need to get out there and vote.
Right.
That's what a change.
Period.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna piggyback off of that, but in a different way. I do agree with you in the fact that, you know, people should vote for, you know, their mayors and senators and things like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like the vote still doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm one person, right? If I got a community that's thinking similar to me, they're probably not voting. You're not gonna be able to change the mindset or the mind state of everyone that's living around you, that's experiencing things the same way that you're going to experience them. So to me, I think it's really more of a psychological thing for a lot of people. Yes, we do have the privilege and the honor to be able to vote and go to these polls now that we weren't able to before. But at the end of the day, it still leaves us voting for people who are either unqualified or don't share similar interest or even just plainly care about people that look like us. So at the end of the day, when you're explaining to people of our similar age who may not want to vote or just think that, you know, it's probably not valid, the explanation that, oh, it has to start from the ground, it has to start from the lower levels. Yeah, I do understand that. But at the end of the day, that person still has an agenda. And who's to say that they're representing my best interest, you know, somewhere where I live and somewhere where I want to call home, on, you know, this black man and find out so much more about him. No, this was a black man, something that we had never seen. Think about it. What was he, the 44th president, right? The 44th president? He was the 44th president. So there was 43 other presidents, and none of them looked like him at all. So I think as a black person, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't vote for that man because he was black, when probably 70-80% of the reason why I did vote for this man was with the hope that, you know, he would support people like me more heavily, and that, you know, it would just be something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as young kids, I feel like if you were a young kid growing up while Obama was the president, man, that's probably something in your mind that just, you know, it fucks you up, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's something like you probably were inspired. For us, for me, in my mind, I kind of looked at it like it was psychological. It was a all right. It's been 43 white people in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's kind of slide. But he was a qualified person, and I think he did us justice while he was in office. But moving forward, I think it got to be more of that. Like, even right now with people supporting Biden. Like, me personally, I'm looking past Biden. I can't really even see him. I'm looking at Kamala. You feel me? Come on, sis, do your thing. You feel me? Hold it down for us. You feel me?
I definitely agree. I didn't get into politics. I was in junior high school. I think most of us were in junior high school when Obama was elected president. So I couldn't vote, but actually seeing that, we were all rushed to the auditorium. This was a moment. We watched it. Like, seeing that made me realize, oh, like I could actually be president one day. You didn't think that could actually happen until you saw it, until you saw it in your face. So if it wasn't for Obama, Kamala wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when you think about it, Biden comes from the Obama administration. Yeah. So it's only right for him to get another Black person to be a part of it to keep up the momentum.
I think it boils down to, like, we understand that the system here in America, regardless, was never built for us, right? To them, we are tools for whatever they need to make happen. Like, we were never considered human beings at the beginning of the foundation of America, right? So the system that's already in place right now was never meant for us, right? So it's very hard for us to try to integrate ourselves in that system where there's so many forces against us. And I think just the image of having Obama as the president, right? It, like Kyrie said, it was all psychological. Right? It doesn't matter what he did, because some things that he did in office didn't really benefit us some. We don't want to admit it, right? But the reality is we focus more on the image. Like, that, all right, that's where we going? Period. Okay, I see where we going, right?
Seeing is believing.
Seeing, and you invest yourself in trying to make a change. Like, Obama himself was a grassroots organizer, right? So speaking to what Brittany was talking about, you need to get out there, vote for the people who are actually, you see every day, invested in your community, because you never know. Like, he went from that, being a grassroots organizer, to going to the University of Chicago, to doing these different things, and then lo and behold, somebody saw him and was like, I'm putting my money behind that man. Like, that's the man that's going to be president. I'm putting my money behind him. And politics pushed him up like that, right? So if we just think about it as everything that we see right now was all politics, invest your money, invest your vote in who you see looks like you. Right? Period. Kamala, I adored her debate simply off the fact of she was given a soft Black girl magic, the slight shade, the eye crease. She was shading him. She was super petty, right? But to me, in my head, I'm saying, okay, sis, this is how you're gonna show up in the Senate. This is how you're gonna run the Senate. You're gonna run it like a bad bee. You're gonna boss up, right? So I'm like, okay, that's where I'm putting my money. Like, literally, I was sitting with my mom, and my mom was like so motivated. She was like, you know what? Give my purse. I'm about to give her some money. Like, my mom. But that's the kind of moment you want. You want people to be like, you know what? At first, I was a little skeptical. I thought she was just gonna be a little puppet, but sis is coming for his neck. Right. All right, let's.
So I have a question. So, what do y'all think Kamala gonna do that y'all feel like Obama didn't? Like, how come Obama, every time people talk about Obama, they're like, he didn't really do as much as we wanted him to do for Black people, but like, neither did the white presidents like before him. Like, the white presidents before him didn't take care of white people. They took care of the people who were rich, who could do something back for the country. It's about poor and not poor. It's about middle class and not middle class. It's not about Black or white all of the time. Like, we had 43 white men come in here and keep America above water. The Black man couldn't have done so bad. And it took him 4 years to come into a war. You know, most presidents don't come into wars. He came into one. He had to take 4 years to really let that shit go, like to smooth that out and do certain things, you know what I mean? And then the next 4 years was him trying to put some stuff into place, just like Trump's first 4 years was doing what? Undoing everything that Obama had did the last 4 years.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like Black people should stop putting that kind of pressure on Obama, because he really did the best he could. It's no telling what it looks like when you got 230 something white folks looking back at you like, look, well, this is what we think.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good, Barack, but this is what we're gonna go with. You know what I mean? We agreed on this. And you know how many times he probably had to hear that? Like, what I really want to hear is the conversation between him and Michelle in the room when they were whispering, pillow talking, because I know he was stressed out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was trying to get things done and he really couldn't. And Black people were saying, well, I could have did without Obamacare. What'd you have before that? Because everybody I know who had Obamacare had no insurance. Like, my man let his foot fall off because he didn't have insurance. Like, I got a homeboy who he didn't have insurance. He had his foot fall off. Okay, but now you got Obamacare. You know what? Now it's growing back. So therefore, you gotta just do what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people put too much pressure. Though Trump ain't it. Trump was white America's answer to everything Obama tried to do. Exactly. Let it be known, you know what I mean? Like, see, he did what he out of here. We still talking about him. He right. People still like,
absolutely, he made history.
What did he do when he was here? Like, are y'all serious? What are y'all gonna say if Trump dies right now? He gonna become like a fucking martyr or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna put him on this big thing. It's gonna turn his whole story around. We don't want that. We want his ass to survive and suffer. You know what I mean? Suffer,
absolutely,
survive, come out here and then look at everybody. You know, half the first it was like when the corona hit, like a family of like 8 died, right? They were all white.
Right.
You know what I mean? I bet you they voted for him. Let's see who had the corona now, who's gonna vote for him later. You know what I mean? Like, that's what really matters. Those people who voted for him got the corona. That's it. Like, it's only those same amount of people, you know what I mean? But yo, man, God be with them, yo. You know what I mean? So
vote or die, for the corona. Period.
Literally, you're gonna get the corona. Vote or die. Period.
All right, y'all, let's get into our last segment, which is Whose Mans Is This? Now, in this segment, we will react to some funny or controversial or shocking things that are happening in the world right now, some viral moments. And today we're going to be talking about Kanye West. Whoo, child. Okay, so Kanye has been doing a lot in 2020, but he recently on Twitter asked people to make sure that he's on the ballot to write him in, just like we did a few years back for Harambe. So pretty much, is Kanye fit to even run for president, y'all? Please give your honest opinions. Kanye stands and all.
No.
The poor baby. It's just
not the poor baby.
No, for real. Because like people who struggle with mental health, I really have a soft spot because like he really has potential to be amazing. Like, he's a genius. And most people who suffer with, like, especially bipolar disorder, like, they're usually like really phenomenal people. But I don't think that he will pass the psychological test in order to be president. But he's a genius. Like, there's no way around it.
Did Trump?
Hold on.
Do they do a psychological test?
Do they do a psychological test? Because here we go again, putting black people as standards. They don't put these white folks.
Right, exactly.
No, they don't.
They do. Each president has to do a.
And Trump passed.
Do you remember when he first got elected?
He's crazy.
He forged those documents. He told the doctors to say that he was okay and he was just elected. But you really have to get like an evaluation in order to be
right. But that's the crazy thing though, Mariah. Like, okay, so we get to have Trump in because he forged some documents, but then we hold Kanye to actually take the real test. Like,
he's still looking for Obama's birth certificate. Like, what's up? Like, he ain't even president. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Kanye is just as fit as Trump, yo. If Trump is up in there, my man Kanye need to be the vice president, all right? So if Trump do win again, he need to get Pence out of here because Pence is an idiot. And he's a Klansman. We need to get that nigga get up out of here. But Kanye need to be vice president. So Kanye for vice president. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know how to push that narrative.
I just want him to stay on his meds. Just stay on your meds.
He not going. How can he? Why? Come on, everybody know that the movie Get Out was about him. He said that. That man is in a sunken place. Like, that nigga lost. You know what I mean? And
that's what makes it an issue. But that's what makes it an issue. He's so impulsive. It makes it a problem.
He's just as impulsive as Trump.
It's like these rants, you go off and then you want to clean it up later. Like, nah, we're taking the rant. We taking the rant at face value. Like, you're not fit. So it's like, you got to kind of calm down. Like, he does, I won't lie. I read what he wants to change. He has some amazing ideas, but it's like, you're just so impulsive, Kanye. You're so impulsive. It makes you lose your credibility. Like, you have amazing ideas. Like, you want to do such amazing things for the Black people or the people who are of a lower status. And it's great, but it's like, you just really a loose cannon. You just really a loose cannon. Like, it's like, we can't really trust you. Like, we don't know what your move is going to be. I don't know if you're really going to stick to what you say you're going to do. So it's like, it's really a lot of like question marks around like a lot of the things you want to do.
Like, because you're his face.
It's just like, boom, boom, boom.
Maybe he needs a designated person.
It sounds like Donald Trump and Kanye should probably be like the Joker and the Riddler. That's exactly what it sounds like.
It gives that.
They're one of the same person. Like if Trump is
no, they're not the same person.
I mean, they friends.
Like if they're gonna be in the presidential, if Kanye's gonna be a president, he don't have no experience. Why would you put Kanye in a presidential office? He's not qualified, just like Trump isn't qualified. Kanye was supporting Trump, saying "Make America Great Again." The man don't have great Black values. He said slavery was an option.
Right.
A lot of people believe that though.
That doesn't make it right. A lot of people think that racism is correct, but that you're still
it doesn't make it right.
Out of the office. So why would you vote for Kanye that has the same kind of mindset? He's already proven to us.
The poor child
has the same kind of mindset. We know he's sick.
Yeah, the poor child is just not well.
But he still had that mindset.
Right.
Mariah.
Can I say something? Why would
you even want him in the ballot? Like, why would you even want him on the ballot?
Yo, so if my man with mental was right, you feel me? And he came out with all of these good policies and everything. And Kanye never, if we got the Kanye that said that Bush hate Black people, right? And he was on this path, he still was pushing that. 'Cause that was very impulsive too. But since we gonna keep pushing that narrative, and then he come out with all these great policies, y'all really think the same 200 and some now white people that looked at Obama is gonna look at Kanye and be like, now he has the answers?
Absolutely not.
I think it'll come down to the fact that Kanye probably won't get even enough Black people to vote for him at the end of the day. Let's just think about it like this, right? For somebody to really be mentally different on a day-to-day basis is just really wild. Like, you feel me? At the end of the day, who's to say Kanye don't come out and be like, God damn it, everybody better start wearing diapers. It's good for our bodies. No more clothes. Only diapers and scullies. Diapers and scullies. Okay? That's how he coming. We can't do that.
It's the meltdowns for me, honestly. I think maybe he should have like a spokesperson. Then we could go from there. If he got somebody,
he needs Kris Jenner as his spokesperson.
He's a good manager.
No,
because her publicity is great.
He needs like a culture, like somebody to tell. He gonna tell them first. Hey, look, this is what I want to say. I want to say slavery was an option, and then the filter be like, I got you, and they go out there like, we really feel bad that everybody. Some people didn't make it.
You need an autocorrect team. You need an autocorrect team.
Personal series. You need a black autocorrect team. Like, honestly, if he had a Black filter, I would vote for him.
Kanye speaks in his own language of artistry.
Absolutely.
Because yes, he is a genius. A lot of musicians and stuff are the successful ones, but his language is music.
Yeah.
Kanye makes sense on a track. So whatever he's saying in his rallies and all that type of stuff, if there was a beat playing,
a translator.
But Donald Trump didn't make sense as this person that he is now. So
he makes sense in the business world, just like Kanye makes sense in the music world.
That's where his experience comes. That's where Donald Trump's experience comes from. Think about it. If you could finesse your taxes for as long as he did, think about it.
Right.
Think about what he could do for the world. You feel me? So I think on the grander scheme of things. No, but look, on the grander scheme of things, you feel me? I think the logic behind it is, he's been able to run this, that, and the third and be successful in it for, a high level of success for such a long time. So I guess, yes, he doesn't manage people as well. Maybe he doesn't manage people and relationships as well as he does his businesses. I'm gonna go with that.
Well, hold on. Let me just pose this question though. Is he truly a great businessman or a failing businessman? Because apparently he can't keep up America's business.
He's in debt.
Is he really a businessman, or is he really in business for us, or just in business for himself? Like, I hate
himself.
No, he can't. He can't.
Just FYI, a lot of the greatest businessmen are in a lot of debt, but it could be good debt. So
right.
What's good, dad? What's good, dad?
Yo,
I feel like y'all are making excuses. Y'all are like,
yeah, what's good, dad? What's good, dad?
Good debt, student loans, a commercial building. It's a lot of good debt to have.
But Kyrie,
that is true.
That is dad. If you can control your personal debt, you can control a country's debt.
Like the way it's viewed is that Trump is an evil genius. Like that's how
genius.
He was raised as an evil genius. He can manipulate things to make it seem like make it seem like he's doing more than what he's really doing. That goes for his businesses. Before this, we thought that Trump was a billionaire, like he was just living lavish. Come to find out, he's got no money, right? So like he is a master manipulator. He's a master manipulator.
All right, so we need to start voting for everybody on Instagram then.
Hell no.
You just say he a master manipulator. Everybody on Instagram is manipulating where they at all the time.
Kyrie, we don't want Trump.
That's the reason why he won, is because he manipulated people to think that he was with them and he wasn't. Like,
and y'all want Kanye to take the test. Y'all terrible, yo. Like y'all too much. Y'all just too much.
I mean,
that's too much.
Kanye in the office. I don't want Trump in the office. I don't want either one of them.
Get that nigga out of here.
I mean, if it was the best of a bad situation, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna go with Kanye if I had to make a decision. But since that's not the case, I'm not doing that.
Listen, give me Mr. West any day over Trump.
Grab your bags.
We're not saying that he need to be president. We saying he need to be VP. Kanye for VP.
Oh my God! Now he's
Kanye.
Mr. West. Side homie alert.
Yo, I think you know what?
So whose man's is this?
Needs to
that
move to Mars and move all the other black people to Mars with him that want to be controlled by him on Mars. We don't want.
We gonna all get a fire ass spacesuit and some Yeezys. Y'all gonna be lit.
I was about to say Yeezy's about to be the official American sneaker at the end of the day. Everybody gotta get a pair. Everybody get a pair.
Y'all ready to go to Mars?
Kanye West.
Feel me? Fuck.
Y'all ready to go to Mars?
Speaking of Kanye West clothing line, right? Yeah, see, he put the daggone hat in front of the TV like Senator Kamala was wearing it, and the stuff done sold out. The man done
He's smart.
He's playing us.
He's not playing us. He's playing the people who believe. He's not playing us. He's playing the people who believe that may be the majority.
But it's so funny.
It ain't us.
Right now, the White House is a hot spot, and to think that millions of people are lined up outside to watch him on his balcony, like all of y'all about to catch the virus.
It's
like,
bigger than COVID.
Like
it's bigger than COVID.
Is gonna die. So like those are your voters, bro. Like your voters are dying. Like you're done. It's clip for you. Like just
all right, y'all. So take a sip.
Making it to November.
You're not making
it. All right, y'all. Take a sip if you think that Kanye would be good in office.
VP.
Hey, let's go, Kanye, for the VP.
Okay, wait.
Maybe secretary. I'm getting secretary vibes.
Wait.
Let me pose it again.
Now y'all change the conversation to VP.
That's what we do.
Secretary vibes.
I'm just trying to find a space for him.
Hold on. We don't want Kanye as president, but if we were to get him as VP, take a sip if you would vote for him.
VP.
For VP.
Shit.
Can we
it depends who the president is. What happened if the president died? He the president.
Can we do Secretary of State?
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
No one man should have all that power.
Right.
He said it. I mean, he said it himself. No one man should have all that power. Secretary of State it is.
He got to work in the kitchen. Work his way up.
Basically, we just need to know what kind of openings they got, right? Like, who hiring? What y'all got?
Yeah, right.
Go on the website.
They got the security openings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good careers. See what they got for you, Kanye.
He had to
Yeah.
work
This not
make
VP.
his way up. Nigga start from the bottom.
Yeah.
Wait,
Right.
Munir.
VP, Kanye.
Munir, you said go to the website and click.
Go to the
careers.
website,
Click
click careers.
Can you
See what they
even
got for you,
apply
'cause
to the
it's
White
not
House like that?
VP.
They got a website?
Yeah,
got a
this week he
website you
mopping
can
floors.
apply
Next week it's the fries. Come on,
Right,
man.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo,
Look,
if he gets a promotion in a week, that's promising. If you get a promotion in a week, that's promising.
make sure it says .gov, Kanye.
Get it first. Then we'll work you up.
Well, y'all, I will be on my way to Mars. I don't know about anybody else. I'm on my way to Mars. This was a great first episode.
Careers.
Of Sip. So we shall sip to that, okay?
Are we all doing black? We all doing shades?
Shades.
We doing shades. We doing shades. Korea. Let's take a sip. Clank, clank,
Let's
clank.
give it shades.
So y'all, we lit. Clank, clank, clank. Cheers.
Super lit. Clank, 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 clank.
Some little aliens for me.
All that.
Clank, clank, clank.
I'm giving y'all individual cheers.
Oh, individual. To box, and another box.
You
So
missed
box
me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You missed me, Mo. You missed me.
For all
Mo.
the boxes.
I ain't get
Kyrie,
it.
this for you right here, Kyrie.
I feel you. I got
You
it.
got your box. You got your box, Kyrie.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today on this premiere episode of PYNK N Sip. I hope that you guys come back. I hope that you guys come back. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Join the conversation
Follow
on Instagram and Twitter with the hashtag PYNK N Sip. And we'll catch you guys here on the next one. Peace.
Yeah.